Hello, it's Terry with and Zach Wood with CU Bands of Bands podcast, where musicians tell their story. And we are super excited tonight to have BorderTown, which is, you guys have been around for a little while. You've got a new release a month ago. And they're just an incredible, I mean, I'm sitting here looking at these guys. I know every single one of them are incredibly talented. So welcome, you guys. Introduce yourselves and what instrument you play in this band.
Going on? It's great to be here. My name's Tyler. I'm the lead singer, songwriter, and kind of started. This is actually my first project ever was with these guys, so this is I'm pretty spoiled. So yeah.
And I'm Kylen. I play guitar. You already know Nick and Josh and us from Cougar Trap. We been playing for a few years already together, and then we've been in this band for a couple of years now.
Tito played bass with Tyler and Bo Siddons, the original songwriter and guitar player of the group, and we kind of formed it all together. And I knew these dudes from Cougar Trap and Phil from 100 years ago in Slow Intentional Damage, and we all wound up together, and it's a hell of a talented group.
Nick?
I'm Nick. I play drums and sing backups and play sporadic tambourine and cowbell.
Hell yeah. Yeah. More cowbell.
I've been with the band just a little over a year now.
Awesome.
And I'm Phil. I'm the new guy. I play second guitar. I've known a couple of these guys for a few years and Josh for way too long. And about it, having fun. Can't wait to see what we're going to do over the next year or two. So.
Well, I looked at your website, which is fantastic. Everybody should go and check it out and subscribe to their blog. And also they have their music on there and all their channels. And so that led me to YouTube because I wanted to see your newest video and hear your newest song. And very well done. I have shared the crap out of that today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So first of all, before we get into the music, who does your video?
That video was shot by Dante Delmore out of Tilton, Illinois.
Nice job.
He's local legend with the videography, and he travels around the country with a lot of big name bands and does a lot of big festivals, tattoo festivals. Yeah, he very, very good at what he does. We were really lucky to hook him while we had a chance. So we actually have signed up for 2 more videos with him. So hopefully those will be coming out in the next month or two. At least one of them will be. And then we try to stay on the 8-week cycle, and we'll have the next one come out roughly 8 weeks after that.
Okay, and then there was another video of you guys getting ready for a show. It looks like you were out eating somewhere and then kind of like some backstage stuff and all of it. Who did that one?
So that's actually Andy Jackson, Toothy. Shout out to him. He's actually the one that shot the first ever video, our Asphalt Cowboy video.
Yeah, I watched it.
And he kind of brought to life the idea in my head that I can make the song but make the movie too. And so he shot that, and we brought him along on a trip down to Springfield. We played for the fair convention, the Illinois State Fairs conventions, and
Brian Martin
played alongside Brian Martin, and Toothy was there to film the whole thing. So we just kind of chopped it up, turned it into a vlog because we wanted to show people like kind of just who we are outside of the music and stuff. So that was our first.
It really
road
worked.
vlog.
Yeah, I loved it. I love watching it. I like that kind of stuff anyway. That's I like kind of that background kind of thing. So the recent song that you released, let's talk about that.
Okay. Wannabe kind of came from, I actually wrote the song off past experiences, and kind of just being in a spot that you was over and you wanted to be somewhere else. And we played the song acoustic and really slow and pretty when it first was written, and just getting with these guys and the energy that we have and being able to make the sound that we have. It's just really cool because it transformed into like this heavier, hard hitting it's one of our favorite songs to play. So, yeah, it's been around now we've been playing for what, about 2 years?
Yeah, about 2 years.
But we got it recorded about 6 months to a year ago, and then just shot the video recently, and it's been one of our favorite projects.
Yeah, because seeing your music come to life in that way, that it's a good feeling, isn't it? How did you guys, Cougar Trap, that's how I know you guys, was from Cougar Trap. How'd you end up with this? Did you guys all know each other?
Well, after Cougar Trap split, shortly before we split, I ran into Tyler, and that's when we kind of started putting this together. And then we obviously needed a band behind the bass, guitar, and singer, and of course, these are the first two guys I called. And Kylen said yes, Nick said no.
Oh no!
Yeah, but I knew he didn't mean it, so I asked him again. He said yes. And we actually had Jarrett Roach on the drums at first, for about the first year we were together. And Jarrett's an amazing guy, great friend. He just couldn't commit the time that would require for BorderTown, having a young kid at home and all that. So Nick jumped on board, and that's kind of how Cougar Trap became BorderTown in a way, I guess.
Yeah. So where'd the name come from?
BorderTown, the name came from just me and my buddy Bo Siddons. Shout out to him. Just being lazy. I was from Illinois, he's from Indiana. We're right there on the line. BorderTown just came to mind, and so we liked the name, and I immediately started looking up other things and trying to see if it was a thing and it existed. And there was a few BorderTowns, but no BorderTown and Company.
And Company.
So,
right.
So for legal reasons,
we're
BorderTown and Company.
But then we took the idea and ran with it, because we figured, some bands have their traditional following and their regulars that go to their shows and stuff, and they call them a certain thing. And I like to look at it as anybody that's a part of the BorderTown process, they're the company.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of like a cool little thing to think about.
That's actually kind of what I did with CU Band when I named it CU Bands. Then I thought, and fans. Let's put the fans in there too, because they're
I'm gonna include the fans.
Yeah, because we don't exist without them.
Yeah, absolutely. So how long have you guys been together?
Well, to answer that in a nutshell, it's more or less it's been an evolving door. There's been musicians in and out of BorderTown. The BorderTown name has existed for about 4 years, but us as a synergy group, average 2 years. We've been rocking, and like he said, Phil's the new guy, just came on. We worked with Jackson Dylan Fish for a while. He was with us for about a year, right?
Yeah.
And we've had quite a few different musicians in and out of here, but I think we finally nailed our core here. So
I would say so. So you guys do covers, right? And originals.
In the live set, we do both.
Yeah. And so you put your originals in there when you're doing a set, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
That seems to work out pretty good.
They are strategically embedded into the set.
Yeah, that's
the best way of doing it. I think that's the best way of doing it.
Yeah, 100%.
And get paid.
Yeah. How I heard of you, honestly, you would think I would have heard of you on social media, but actually what got me to seek you out was my brother and his wife had seen you guys, and they were like, "Oh my God, Terry, do you know this band?" And I'm like, "What's their names?" He goes, I can't remember their names, but he goes, "Oh, the lead singer, this and that." So he went on and on and on. He goes, "The guitarist, drummer." I mean, he doesn't usually do that with bands.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So I was like, he goes, "Well, they were at such and such at this time." So I was like, "Oh, okay, let me go check my event list." So I did. And I was like, "Well, it has to be BorderTown." And then when I seen you guys, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's who it is because he described you all to a T.
Okay. Awesome.
Awesome. Well,
That's how
shout out
I
to him.
heard
Thank
it.
you.
Was through somebody that went and had seen you and was like, "Oh, you gotta."
That's why.
Yeah, word of mouth. Who would have thought?
Yeah,
Like in the 90s again.
old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Old school still works for a lot of shit.
Hey, man. Yeah.
So what is your, and I read your schedule too, because I think you posted well, it's on your website. You guys have quite a few gigs coming up.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah. We kind of took the holidays off like we usually do. It's really starting to fire up now. We've got the summer I've been bombarded with offers this year, which is great. A lot of the places that we tried to get into a few years ago that wouldn't answer my calls are now calling us, asking us to come play. So that's a good feeling.
Love that.
We got some big stuff here at the end of the summer that we haven't quite locked in just yet. So I don't really want to say anything yet.
Yeah.
But it's big and it's gonna be awesome. So, and I'll promise I'll get that out as soon as we hear something.
So everybody, you need to follow that page because when they do come out with their news, I mean, they'll let you know what's happening. So follow their page so that you can keep up with this and definitely go see them live. There's going to be, I mean, they've got quite a few shows coming up in all the small town areas and in Champaign. So you can't, you got to make one of them. I'm excited you're going to be at the Rib Cage in St. Joe. I love that. They're going to love you there. So what is ultimately your goal? Do you guys all work too?
Yeah.
This is a lot.
We haven't been able to quit our day job just yet. But we are trying.
I hope that you get to because I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot on your schedules.
Yeah. We're hardworking group.
Yeah. And then of course you got support from your families and that.
Absolutely.
Right?
Oh yeah. The best support. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, half of us, well, 3/5 of us here, we're married, so we wouldn't even be allowed to do this if it wasn't support.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think it was like that for you too and Cougar Trap.
Yeah.
And
that man was wild. So that took a lot of fortitude from our wives to put up with that. So we're a little more domesticated in this group, thank God.
I think you're right. But fun. That was
Well, those stories are for another podcast.
I had a podcast with Cougar Trap. I remember.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I don't remember it.
I remember Kylen from some band. Were you in Cougar Trap?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That must
Yeah, he was. He joined up. We had Cameron Sheets was the original guitar player, and then he left, and we brought Kylen in, and now I won't go anywhere without taking Kylen with me. So.
Well, that's a good move because Kylen is. I mean,
Beautiful. Look at him.
he takes his shirt off and stuff, and
Yeah, he's that guy.
more than that, he can play the hell out of a guitar.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Very good.
So, where did because your voice, your vocals are so, gosh, I'm going to use this term that I never ever. It just like it's really meaty. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's really meaty and I just have you always been in music or where does talent come from?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I really don't. So growing up, I've always wrote. I've always wrote little stories and stuff like that since I was 11 or 12. And I never really sang unless I was making fun of the song, gimmicky, walking around the house, remixing the lyrics with my dad. But my dad, as corny and goofy as he was, sometimes could carry a little bit of a note. So I think it was kind of maybe giving me a little bit. And then when Liquid Courage came into my life a little bit. I was surfing overseas and I'd go to karaoke bars and get like standing ovations. I finally got tired of everybody telling me, "Hey man, you're good." So I tried the Danville's Got Talent, and that's really what this all came into fruition. I wrote the song with Bo, "Don't Blame It on Me," played it at Danville's Got Talent, ended up getting the People's Choice Award, and that kind of gave me the like, okay, you can do this. You're more than a karaoke guy. You can go sing. And I just put it with my pen and got lucky to find good musicians to back me up.
That is really unusual.
I've been singing for like 3 to 4, 5 years, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where it really came from, but I'm glad it showed up.
That is really cool. I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
Then you got the most amazing musicians backing you up here.
Exactly. And that's confidence goes a long way in how you sound. And when I know that there ain't gonna be no mess ups, these guys are cream of the crop, it makes me go in there with an edge on myself too. You know, make me feel better about going up and doing my thing. So it's real. Honestly, getting up there for 3 hours with these guys, it's easy because it just comes natural for us.
Yeah, because they're all really, I mean, super, super tremendous. I mean, Nick can hit them drums and the bass, just all of it. It's just really incredible. So you are second guitar, you said?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the new guy.
So how do you feel about this, all of this?
I enjoyed. I happened to be looking to start a side project that I wanted to do, kind of a blues rock, southern rock, mixed with some nice acoustic stuff, so I can show a different side of my playing that I haven't been able to put out around this area. And right at that same time, like 3 weeks later, I saw they put up a message they were looking for another guitar player, and I'm like, I don't even have to put a band together. I know all these guys are good. I can just step into a position, and then all I got to do is play catch up. And so that's what I'm doing right now, is playing catch up. And I've known these guys off and on. I've known him forever. I haven't been like close friends with these two guys, but I've seen him play forever, so I knew what I was getting myself into. And I heard his voice, and his voice was right up the alley that I was looking for. I didn't want a pretty pop voice. I wanted a nice gritty, rock, southern rock, country voice. And it just I'm like, man, I walked into an instant band.
Yes, you did.
So I'm happy as can be, and so
he's made it look really easy. He's made it look. I mean, he came in and we put a lot of strain on him. Hey, here's a phone book full of songs that we're going to be playing, and boom, come back next practice ready to rock and learning the originals. So he's done it with grace.
Well, I learned them, and then the next practice, like, hey, remember that? Forget an hour of that. Here's another new hour, and he played. We need you to know these next weekend. And I was like, oh man, that's great. Thanks.
We move quick, man.
But no, it's fun. I love playing guitar. I finally get to show another side of my guitar playing that I haven't been able to show for like 15, 20 years. So it's a blast for me.
That's cool. That's just perfect. And where are you from?
Well, originally I was born in Miami. Moved up to Bristol, Tennessee when I was 8, moved back down to Florida when I graduated high school at 19, and met a girl from Williamsport, Indiana, down there going to the Art Institute, and moved up here in 98 and been hitting the music scene in the local area, Danville, this region with a lot of different bands. I used to play in the metal band that Josh used to be in, Slow Intentional Damage, back in 2000s. I was the original member, and so it's familiar area with me. I just haven't played this style of music. So I've had a chance over the last 20 years to grow learning all these different styles. And now I get to actually go out and play it rather, outside of my bedroom. So
that's awesome.
I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
It's like, this is just perfect. Just made.
Yeah, really. I moved to town, and they put up that post, and I was like, well, that couldn't be more convenient. And Tyler lives 5-10 minutes from me, so if we ever need to get together and do anything, and it's like a 20-minute drive here to practice, so it's all real nice.
Yeah. So Nick, where are you from?
I grew up in Hoopeston, but I'm living in Paxton now. We've been
Oh,
over there for a little over 8 years.
where do you all practice at?
Josh's house in Henning.
Henning, Illinois, big city.
Wow.
Yeah.
How often do you guys
Careful.
practice? How often do you guys practice?
At least once a week.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, at least once a week.
Wow.
You know, as far as the covers go, I mean, we do our homework. We show up ready to do those. There's not a lot of practicing as far as those go, because I mean, hell, we've been listening to songs forever. But we get together, work on the originals, work on, you know, gelling our live show, things like that. Really fine tuning it. And
How many originals do you have?
right now, I think what I count the other day, like 17, I think.
17 or
working
18, I
originals,
think.
something like that.
The
Wow.
public don't know that yet. I mean, but
Yeah.
You
in a
gotta know
set,
it.
like we'll play what, maybe 10 or 12 in a
Yeah,
set.
we got to get in the studio.
But
We're
we got a
long-
lot of
we're long
studio.
overdue.
So, so that was my other question is, that's a lot of originals. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. So my other question is, where do you guys record? Do you record in a studio or do you?
High Cross Studio.
Yeah, we'll demo here at practice, but no, we go to Anthony Gravino, High Cross Studio. We don't mess with
Oh,
nobody
cool.
else. He's top.
He's one of, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's our guy right there.
Great studio, coolest studio I've ever been in. And I mean, he instantly knew what we wanted. You know, he heard the same thing we were hearing from the music, and he really just brought a whole new perspective to it. And the songs were 100 times better than when we brought them in, and we loved them when they went in. You know, so.
How long does it take you to record? Let's say how long did it take you to record Wannabe?
Well, the drums and the bass got recorded really quick. Just a couple takes, but you know, we're pretty good.
Yeah, so you didn't
But
have-
so you know that the drums and the bass typically go down pretty quick. We really like to spend time layering guitars, letting Kylen kind of brew up his solos and things like that. And now we're going to have Phil on that as well. And we probably spend the most time really working on the vocals because we know what we got there, and we really want to milk that for what it's worth.
Yeah, that's smart. So let me ask you this question. I haven't asked anybody this on podcast yet because I don't know, I just haven't. But how do you guys feel about this whole AI music generating?
Yeah, it's pretty repulsive. It's pretty repulsive. Have you ever heard it? I mean, it's creepy as hell, to be honest.
It
You
sucks
know,
when you hear
like
it and
hearing
it's
a
a
voice
good
is like
song
a
and you're
song.
like, man,
I try not to listen to any of that stuff.
And I'm the baby of the group. I'll be 29 coming up in February. And I'm like, how do you work this iPhone? I don't like this new technology shit. I really don't. I don't.
Well,
So
and then we have we found out recently our last single before Wannabe, Back Road King, released, and it's doing really well. And then you go to YouTube and look for Back Road King, and some AI damn country rapper or something, Back Road King, which yeah, it's wild, you know, because they see that first when they go to that because it's a billion views on it or whatever. So
Yeah, that I don't know.
yeah, it's pretty wild.
I don't like it, and I don't like the way it sounds. There's such a, but I was reading a post today that this guy, he was talking about that, just like how it's just like infiltrating the whole music thing. And he said on there that, well, he made a really valid point is that people have, the sound or whatever has been so diminished, you know, with AI and all of that. It's just so plastic, and people have adjusted to that. Well, I'm going to say these current generations, because like I haven't adjusted to that. I come from like the 70s, 80s, 90s music.
Been
Like,
stuck in our ways for a long time.
yeah, like the
Well, they
good.
should just demonetize all that stuff. Say if you're going to make it, you can make it, but it makes no money. Demonetize it on all platforms. I know. Was it Bandcamp? Bandcamp did that. Bandcamp banned all AI uh, monetary stuff. So it'd be nice if all the other people followed along. I mean, if you're going to make it, great, but I think it should be no money. No, you should not be able to make money, and then that stuff would kind of just filter itself out. Because I mean, you're not going to put all that time and money into something if you're not going to make any money off of it. And then you just have people doing it for fun and whatever. But whether you're getting AI artists signed and all this crap, and it's going in, and that's ridiculous.
You've got a really good point. I've not heard anybody say that yet, but that is an excellent point. And my comment on it was, there's nothing like a live music experience. You're not going to get that with AI. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen.
You're right. Yeah.
And you're not going to get that whole experience of hearing these live bands that are true musicians, that are just like pouring it out there, and people have fun and all of that. It doesn't even, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I hate even seeing stuff about it, or these musicians that are not musicians. They're just not. And
We live in a world where everything tries to be
created
too
this
perfect.
song. Huh?
We live in a world where everything tries to be too perfect now. And it's like a side example is like where Major League Baseball is going. They want to do like robotic umpires and stuff like that. And it's like, you're taking away the human element of the game.
You're taking the human element. Because we're photographers, and of course it's implemented into all of the editing stuff now. I use Lightroom, I do my own editing, but now AI's infiltrated that, and it's so friggin' stupid. I can't even tell you how stupid it is. Like, for instance, if you're removing something and you have like generate, it's the removal tool. So you have like generate or something, remove it. You remove a person, it can't figure out that you want that person gone. It tries to make another person, and it looks like some alien with
3 arms.
it'll screw up the hands. The hands are all glopped
Yeah,
up.
you're creepy as hell, man.
It's really creepy. And I'm like, I don't want this.
Nightmare
I don't want to use it, but it's infiltrated the whole editing program. So, and photography is the same way. There are photographers who are putting shit on, Chat GPT or whatever, and having that create the photo. And then they're acting like they did that. No, you didn't. It has nothing to do with you.
And then there's photographers who are opposed to it. There's a guy who posted a picture on a photography group of some cardinals in his yard, and someone asked him if it was AI. He says, "No, I do not use AI. I will never use AI. I took these pictures in my backyard of these cardinals. They're my photos."
The young generation, most of the comments from the younger people were, well, you're just old and you can't get used to like new ideas and stuff like that. And it has nothing
They're just lazy.
Yeah, it's making your brain lazy. It's a little
They're
smoother
the instant
now.
gratification generation. They want it perfect. They want it now, and they want to get it for 15 seconds, forget about it, and then create something else. Don't spend any time into it.
Yeah, it just kills the art,
Yeah,
like the art's out of
no
it.
lasting art left. It's it's been going on for a while, watching music go that way, where albums, they're just not memorable in all genres. It's kind of sad. It's I can still listen to old time radio and hear songs that they sound great, and I'll hear some of the new stuff, and I'm like, it just doesn't hold any value anymore because nobody's putting any real art into it. So
that's exactly right. It diminishes the value, and it's a shame. It's such a sickening shame, but I don't know how we're gonna like not have it, unfortunately. So and the younger generation, that's what they're in tune to, so they don't know good music.
The brains are just dying. Their brains are dying right in front of it. Easy. They can't think for themselves at some point. It's
Yeah, but there's
emotional though.
Very emotional. That
But
part still works.
there is nothing like being at a show and watching, you guys do your talent and in such an incredible way. And there's something about, I used to ask this too in podcasts. I haven't asked in a long time, but what are your thoughts on because musicians up until now, I would say, and even now, pay their dues. You have to pay your dues. Like, you can't just slide in and be the thing. It's a grind. It's work. It's
He doesn't have the pain of making flyers that are handwritten and going to every gas station. And
I told you I'm spoiled. I said that. I said that when we started.
He's definitely paying his dues, but he's doing it with a good group.
Oh my God.
He's
Driving 150 miles to do a show, and then when you get there, the guy tells you it's been canceled and he won't pay you anything, not even gas.
all those.
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah.
But the good thing about this music
I don't know like that.
the networking and the connections that you already have.
Right.
You've paid your dues. You've established relationships. You've maintained.
We're currently paying our dues.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
never stop, man. It never stops.
But I do think that maintaining your relationships as musicians is so crucially important. And some musicians just like forget that, and I don't know, they have a bad season or a bad time, and then they just blow up on people on social media. And it's like, man, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But you guys seem I think you maintain your relationship. You've paid your dues. You know your music. You know what you're doing. You know how you got to connect. You know what to do and how to do it. And you, of course, you're paying your dues, sort of way. I mean, you're real with it. You're paying. You're singing and writing original music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't short myself, but I know I definitely got it handed to me pretty nice. So I definitely am grateful for that. And I don't want to forget that. So
Yeah.
When you did that was just hilarious. I'm sorry.
hey, if this don't work out, we're all pretty funny guys. But go on a comedy tour or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, we might try that.
Like
You are
Ron White
definitely
and all those drink.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just get hammered and smoke blunts and talk shit.
Yep, pretty much.
See, we can get paid for that,
Yeah, they get paid or kicked out, one or the other.
Or both.
So what's your ideal? Where would you like to see yourselves? Like from here on out, what is your ideal venue to be at?
Venue, like specifically?
Red Rocks.
Red Rock. Yeah. Been on that place for a long time. Have not been there, but man, yeah, when I do go there, I want to be on the stage.
It is beautiful. So you're selling your music, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right on Spotify and that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go buy some, purchase some. We like to do that. And then I'd like to
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
at the beginning of the podcast and then play. Is that okay if I
Yeah, absolutely.
at the end of the podcast? Okay. And we'll also have all links that go to you guys. So let's see. I think that's it. You guys got anything else?
Want to plug some stuff? Coming soon.
Yeah,
Did you want
please
to tell the next few?
We do have our next show would be down at Julie's in Westville. We're collaborating with some of our buddies, the Wood Chips, doing a big old party down there from 6 to 10. That'll be on the 31st.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the 31st of this month, 6 to 10.
And then following day, Sunday fun day at the halfway in was it Oakwood, Danville, was it Danville?
Yeah, off
Danville.
150,
Off
Danville.
Yeah, the halfway's in Danville.
Yeah.
Okay.
Officially, yeah.
Halfway between Danville.
So we'll be there at that. That's 3 to 6, right?
3 to 6, yeah. So yeah, you can be hungover when you go to work on Monday.
So who books you guys? How do you book?
Typically, I will book the local stuff. We just signed up with a booking agent out of Minneapolis, and she has been helping us with more regional stuff and kind of further out. She's a big part of what's our big news is at the end of the summer. She's helping us put that together. So, and we're just kind of scratching surface with her. We're getting into the busy season now, and like I said earlier, it's getting to the point where they're calling me now, and I don't necessarily have to go hitting them up as much. And with the work she's doing, it's really starting to go fast. We'll say that.
So, well, I look forward to you guys like actually being full time, and
Us too.
yeah,
Yeah, very much so.
So, would you consider a tour?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But we're kind of situational too. I mean, we don't want to just jump in and do anything unless it's going to put us into our exposure that we want to get put out.
And touring's so much different now than in the past. I mean, for one, nobody's really kind of gunning for record labels as much anymore. So you're not, whoring yourself out to those guys. So you can basically, if you know how to work your distribution and your promotion, and you've got a good product and you're willing to work, you can do anything that a record label can give you. I mean, with social media and online distribution, I mean, it really takes a lot of what the record labels used to have to offer. Now, a lot of money, but they're going to take all your music away and throw you to the side anyway. So, we can tour on our own, distribute our music on our own, and still keep control over the whole thing. So
I think touring, well, you're right about touring. It's a whole different beast now. But I would watch a lot of documentaries on bands that tour, and it's hilarious. I mean, it's not, but
for the week.
Yeah, because of all the stuff that happens and how they used to have to tour. Like they didn't have a lot of money, so
if you've ever seen the Spinal Tap, that's pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah, I want to see that. You're right. I'm glad you brought that up. I love documentaries and like backstage, behind the scenes stuff. That's why I love that video you guys did of you guys.
Right. Yeah. I enjoyed watching that too. That was pretty cool.
I think you should do more of those and send them into a reel, on reels on.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of our plan for this summer to get more engaged in the content that we prepare. Because I mean, really, like, we're very good at being in the moment and just having the time of our lives and playing the show and getting rowdy. And we kind of forget sometimes to pull our phone out and film some of it, but some of it don't need to be filmed either. So
thank God for editing.
Yeah.
But that's good because that keeps you guys close, and you got your own, I love that you're in the moment and just bonding, and you've got a great band bond, that's for sure. So it's been fantastic having you on. I was looking
fun,
and I'm so glad that you joined us, and I think you guys are great, and we will have all the links to all things BorderTown and Company. Let me ask you one more question before we shut this down. Is what's your following like? Are you guys really engaging, and people's like, do you have like kind of the same fans, or do you get some new people showing up depending on where you're at?
I would say, yeah. I mean, as far as like presence for social media, I mean, our social media is kind of lacking a little bit in certain places, but our Facebook's really the one that the most people see. And we're running some really big numbers on our Facebook page right now. And we're getting a lot of good interactions with a lot of new fans. But the day ones from 3 to 4 years ago are still there engaging on every post. And we're grateful to have them still sticking around. But we do notice an influx of new faces coming in quite often. So
when we got the Pandora station, that was a big.
I've seen that.
increased. Once we started, you could hear our music on virtually anywhere in the world at that point. You really started to see a lot of new faces.
Well, when you guys get ready to record over there in Urbana, which is like fairly close to me, and that is a cool studio. That's
awesome. Yeah. So cool. Yeah, it's like a hobbit house.
Yeah, it is. Then it just like let me know. I'd like to run over there, maybe grab some photos, grab some content.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. You can come hang out.
Yeah, kind of like watch how this goes down and all of that.
We'll let you sing on the track.
Wait.
We'll let you sing on a track, some backup or something.
I definitely haven't paid my dues.
All right, just stick to pictures then.
Pictures of
we're working with Sin City Cannabis here, and they are a premier gummies and edible THC company that is going to partner with us for some shows and some merchandise and some different things. And then we also wanted to plug, I don't know, do we have a bottle?
Not in the house, but our number one ROG El Bandito's Yankee Tequila out of Bloomington, Illinois. They've been with us for a year and a half now, probably. Luke, great guy, our rep there at El Bandito's. Best damn tequila you ever drink.
Cool.
It's easy to plug this product. It is delicious.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you love dangerously smooth.
And you guys have merch yourselves, don't you?
Yes, we do. Grab one. Do we have hats over here?
They're
or do you have a hat?
Shirts. Oh, we got shirts, man. We got it all.
Hats, beanies.
There's a koozie.
Koozies, lighters. Thanks to Nick.
Thanks to Nick, we got lighters.
Yeah, that's actually a funny story there.
Yeah. Who made your logo?
Which one is the circle one? My wife made that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my wife made that, Dina.
Applaud.
Yeah, she brought it to us and we said, hell yeah, and ran with it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So where can we get your merch? Can we get it online?
You can get it at our website. You can hit us up on Facebook. Of course, best way to come to a show. Highly recommend getting it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do have your merch when you're at a venue.
Yeah. Pretty much every venue we play, we bring a merch along with it.
Oh yeah.
Did you have hats?
Oh yeah.
We do have
I thought I seen it. Okay.
You have one right somewhere.
Either right out there in the drawer.
I can grab one.
He's gonna grab one for you.
Very cool, folks. So that is definitely another way that you can support live local music is by purchasing merch.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's one of the best ways to keep it going. Come to the shows, support, and buy the merch. That's big for us. A lot of these club owners don't want to don't think they're worth what we think we're worth, you know what I mean? So
did he go get a hat?
You got it right here.
Here we are.
Boom.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
it's nice hat.
Shout out to Jordan Cundiff, our buddy from Danville Hat Company.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan.
That's great. Okay, yeah, set that right there. All right, we'll check you guys later. We'll definitely find you online and we'll definitely be at a show.
Sounds
Great.
good. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Have a good night.